But 2 IS-7s, huh? 2 IS-7s. Burbology now gets 4 tank picks, and they pick IS-7 double Kron CS. Now Angry Apes has to counter with
And
their
so we started out on Cliff, and now we're ending up on Sand River, correct?
And now I always forget. I need to write it down.
It is. It's Sand River and Proc. Wait, yeah, it's Cliff, Sand River, and Proc. For the maps with a tiebreaker on steps. So we're gonna see Sand River again, and maybe Apes brings it back, and we get to see that third map. Whereas Proporovka.
A lot of Sand River. A lot of Sand River.
I feel like it's going to be a map that is. I guess it's because the one cap isn't impossible. Right.
Right. And maybe
like I feel like the better
some of the others.
It feels like one of those maps where, like, I guess maybe the better teams feel like it's a good map to 1-1 against other good teams, right? Like, let's say, for example, Burbology faces off with
feel
FHS.
Very confident in their defense.
Yeah. And while if they're facing like the weaker teams that are kind of like the up and comers or people that really just don't like, they're trying to build that synergy. They don't have as much experience playing together.
And maps like Tundra and stuff for like a new team that doesn't have as much experience in this format, I mean, can be daunting. Ghost Town, Tundra, and
right. Well, because
there's no meta to develop.
Even though tanks have changed, I feel like even with this format, you could look back at past Sand River defenses on attack defense and kind of get a little bit of, insight. Whereas like Tundra was like rarely played, if at all,
December
right?
and OP are coming into the Sand River itself, and December getting there a lot quicker because OP was giving him a push the whole time. The Kronwagen will come in from behind while the Batchat is playing on the K line. They're looking for an isolation and a pick, and maybe Angry Apes are not gonna be ready for it or know what to do with it. I think that No Mercy should have just spotted the Kronwagen there, and the I7 I think and VZ have spotted each other, and No Mercy
looks like
dodges one shot from Muscles.
Was a shot from Muscles, right? Yeah, wow.
That's a very long range shot.
I wonder what Muscles' equipment is. He's a pretty good Batchat player.
And look at that, now they're just leaving the Sand River.
They are.
Maybe we're just going
I think
for
were they looking for a pick or something?
I think so. I think they were looking for someone to kind of be drawn out, because you see what that VZ is playing. Like maybe he would have overcommitted.
Look at this. Food, Vents, Exhaust, and V-Step. That's interesting.
Huh. So not like the biggest scouty loadout, I suppose.
Well, I mean, he has a lot of camo that way, though. It's probably stupid. Because it gives like, what is it, like 7%, I think, on a medium? Maybe it's 9? I can't remember. It's something weird on like, it's kind of, that's one of the equipments that's actually really weird because it's tank based on how much bonus it gives.
And the commander bonus on the vents too, right?
Yeah, the vents is giving obviously camo bonus as well.
And December
stacked his camo.
Look at that. So this is something you'll see from better teams or as they get more experience. Like they had an initial that was not this at all. And now December, it's like taking, okay, well, they didn't do that aggressive play in the mid. Now I'm just going to take K0.
Well, it actually makes sense because
to dislodge. And look, free shot of damage.
Oh,
never really not free. Because Maga lands that shot in return. But Maga's taking more as he backs up.
Yeah, he takes more.
Oh, but now he's just kind of in that situation of, I took a shot or 2 shots of damage, and now I'm here and I'm just here. And he wasn't able to commit in because
what a nutty. I mean, Maga must be playing on like 10 ping. That's like, how do you hit those? It's crazy. But it actually makes sense if you think about it, because he must have it like set up like that for this map specifically. All he needs is max view range, and he'll outlight anything that's not a light tank. You know what I mean? Like he lit those heavy, and just like him not getting lit.
Right. Like, and
him
don't need
not
to be max. Yeah,
he doesn't. All he needs is 445. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna insta-light them at max.
And it's not like EBRs or T100s where it's like, you need to outspot the enemy light tank before they spot you type thing.
Yeah, it's a way to have a tank that actually can brawl, get into the fight and actually be useful, but also fits that role. Looks like we're gonna get a push here.
3 over the G line, and the 2 are gonna have to go to K line for that IS-7. They're going to try to find picks, but it's going to be really awkward.
They're getting bled.
Kilbad's taking one shot. I think Game took one shot as well. They have to keep going. They're going to have gun elevation issues
Muscles
here with Muscles already getting into the crossfire.
Yep.
He'll take a hit here, but now they have to decide if they're going to keep going for Muscles or they're going to deal with Major Pain.
And Major Pain is in a really good position for this. He's literally getting ready. He's going to have that 12 to use the gun depression and those 3 full 40 shots.
So here they come. Game going for that initial poke. Kilbad
shot once.
Exchanged. They bumped. They just nudged each other a little bit, and you can see Perma Delusional's position is also very strong. But the CS is starting.
Majors is playing really slow, but I feel like he needs to get this clip off because the VZ and the IS-7 are pushing December out. So I feel like he needs to get his
down to 1100. He can kill Kilbad outright now, or Game now for that matter, with his 3 shots.
The VZ is actually coming for his butt. He realizes this, and now he's getting really aggressive.
He will take these shots, and hopefully...
Oh, he just boshes that one. But he gets one.
And now the gun is not destroyed. OP Snacker's going to have to help him out here.
And it looks like Major Pain is going to go down by Kabali. Oh, no, he actually no mercy picking up the kill.
They just ignored December. They're just driving forward. Kabali's just coming in. OP Snacker's just going to make what shots count he can. No mercy will push into him, and they're trying to keep Game and Kilbad alive. Meanwhile, on the other side, Inadequate's trying to get some survival. He will not live for long, and once he goes down... I mean, they're all going to be just stuck here. Angry Apes are going to be stuck. And they're down 4,000 HP. OP Snacker's still alive and even manages to pick up No Mercy with some help from
October
shots
picking the boy Mega in the back.
Yeah, October's arriving. He's coming from side. He said, well, you guys wouldn't come push me, so now I have to come push again. I've driven all over the dang map. And Kabali getting shot in the butt, and it's over for Angry Apes.
Over.
They were looking for picks, and they never got one.
Yeah, it was really interesting that Major played that so slow. I don't know if they didn't, if December didn't like the VZ. I feel like he realized, he was like, uh-oh, I need to get my shots off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I understand what he was doing. He was trying to keep his HP. But then he ended up being a pick. But it wasn't really that.
Post-game stats? Muscles number 1, 3,300, 92 fantasy points, 1 kill. OP right behind him. December still getting out 3k damage, sniping that IS-7 all the way over there. October.
Well, they ignored him, so he just got the farm booties.
3k damage essentially, and Major Pain Kenway not quite able to do the same. I mean,
he was the offside, and
Kenway was the north. Yeah, he's the north Kronwagen. You can't make him push you. And Angry Apes. I see what they were trying, but they didn't have a lot of... Well, you can tell they didn't have the scouting intel because they didn't know that IS-7 was there. And the IS-7 didn't even have to go there immediately. And Burbology just looks a step ahead. And for as well as Angry Apes played that last game of Cliff that they lost, they didn't look as comfortable on Sand River. Having some consistency issues.
So really, it was a really weird... bull push, or I guess Sand River push.
They were looking for the isolation in the picks, and then they found that I think there were more tanks there than they bargained for, and they didn't know where to pick things. They had no idea that the Kronwagen was going to be there, and that threw a wrench in it, and the pieces were disjointed. The 2 tanks, the I-7 and the VZ, I think, that were pushing the south, I think were just... The timing was off for where they were and where the G-line push was in that bowl that we were watching, and that... in order to push that Kronwagen off, the other pieces have to be a little bit ahead, and then they're just they're floundering there. They're floundering there in the bowl, getting kind of shot, and not really with anywhere really a good option of where to go. But 3-0. What did we say? Did we do predictions on this one? We did predictions on the last one.
We just said 4-0.
Yeah,
I said they could. 4-0. Yeah, I said they could take a game off. I mean, we have to see where Burbology's Sand River attack is going to bring.
Right. It's because that's no guarantee.
Correct. I mean, that cliff was really close, and that was Burbology's defense. So potentially, Angry Apes could maybe take a game off of them on the Sand River defense.
Yeah, they could. And I mean, it could be a consistency issue with Angry Apes because, I mean, that first game on Cliff, they didn't look good. Second game on Cliff looked great, even though they just failed that final execution. This game on Sand River, not good and uncomfortable. And, maybe maybe it's just they haven't seen all of the combinations of things enemies can do, or their caller is not sure what to do, or the players aren't sure what to do, and they just need to have more experience either playing together or playing in the format.
I know Inadequate wasn't on this team. He got picked up late, like right before the season started. So, you know, he's kind of trying to mesh in with these boys. That's all I know when it comes to that team. I know that Major Payne and December are twins in real life, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Major Payne is actually, I think his original name is November. So he's actually November, and then December is December.
It's like a family thing where they just love months a lot.
I guess. I don't know. And then apparently October, you know, he's known them for 5 years in real life. So it's just like
it's like your family loves months.
Correct.
I love months too.
Yeah. So they just, you got 3 guys that know each other in real life playing together. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's really cool that they're all that skilled, because I had friends that played this game and they were terrible.
Yeah. That's
or they didn't put up enough time to be good. Like they had the potential, but just were like, this game is terrible in their eyes.
Most of my friends in World of Tanks have to be friends that you make in World of Tanks. I didn't have any friends that came to World of Tanks.
It's so hard to... Do you imagine trying to get somebody into this game? Like,
it's a hard game to get into.
It's a hard game to get into. Because
it's a game you have to love. Like at its core, I mean, I love this game. It feels
like it's one of those things where somebody...
their game. This is my game that I feel comfortable in. I like the way camo works. I like the way autoloaders work. I like the way the armor profiles work and stuff. Yeah, things aren't always balanced, and there's times things are overpowered and nardy and yada yada yada. But at its core, it's like I just love the idea of, oh, I'm in an IS-7 and I'm hull down and I'm gonna wreak havoc, or you know, I'm side scraping. What you see?
Oh, nothing. I just spilled water on my keyboard.
Oh no.
It's okay though. I guess it's dehydrated. It needed some hydration. I'm not playing, so so I don't need my W key.
Welcome to the caster world, Smiley, where you don't have to play to still be like. One thing I love about getting the opportunity to cast all these things and not be playing in these tournaments anymore is like I played in these types of tournaments so many times before. I have a lot more
does
fun
my W key work?
It.
Oh my god, it doesn't. Oh no.
Oh good.
I'm playing.
I love still being in touch with the game and watching these games. Like it's god, yeah, I love it. I love like watching these games and watching.
Oh no, I love watching people play terrible. It's so fun.
Because it's great because
you just Pepe
I yell
point.
at my TV. I can yell at my TV and say, Kabali, why are you poking like this? Don't take that shot. I would never take that shot. Secret League Germ takes that shot every single time. But like, you know, you guys can't prove that. Except
no, and I like when like really I like
my tanks and
I like moments like with December. Like we're like a 705A, really? And then he does 4,600 damage, and he's like, yeah, a 705A, really?
Yeah,
you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's like yeah. It's one of those things where if other teams bring it, I'm gonna actually crack up, because it'll become one of those things where it worked once but will never work again. But maybe it does work more. Kenway always playing like these really aggressive Kronwagen positions.
A lot of Kronwagen games for him, and it may be
a lot.
Really comfortable in the Kron as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of isolation.
His 200 ping make his turret pokes like not as risky.
And a very aggressive Angry Apes. I mean, there's 3 tanks, I believe. I'm counting them at A8. An IS-7 batch at CS. Kabali's here poking up. He should see both of the IS-7s by now. If he only saw December, I'm not sure. But it's
beautiful,
unorthodox
loadout
defense.
there. Nice loadout for once on a Super Conk. Because I swear I saw Super Conk with V-Stab, and I'm like, you're just like SMH. Kenway getting shot at, but not receiving any damage because he's built different.
Yeah, just lagging a risky route is what I was going to say, crossing there instead of taking a more
just lagging on Mega
approach.
Stream. Green.
And now Maga versus December. We're going to see a little IS-7 dueling. December has to be careful because there you see that very smart poke by December. He's trying to find out, are there guns behind? And yeah, I'm going to shoot that guy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those elevation, gun progression elevation problems where you back up, hit like a pothole, and then your gun's in the air.
But looks like they're going to trade here. Maga does the poke, and here comes the push. Maga spearheads it, followed by Perma Delusional. He's going to dump his clip into December as they try to get us safe with Game and Major Pain getting shots in as well, and Kabali's farming him. They will kill December here in a moment. Major Pain needs to be running away.
No.
Otherwise he's going to get caught too.
The twins are going to get picked.
High ground. Perma's going to die. He runs into the red line and gets finished by
OP. Just lag.
From down.
Lag out. What was that, dude?
He was trying to turn, but he's
driving, dude.
And actually,
he got a text from his mom. He got a text from his mom and just like let go of the keyboard, I guess.
How did Kabali die?
Oh, he's just really good at that. I don't know.
I guess he got clipped out by Kenway. I'm confused. And like,
Kabali, he's literally in a super conk hold down, and we're just like,
and it was
I guess
Kenway
he just dies.
Yeah. Kenway and the IS-7 and Major, I thought that had shots on him. I didn't think anyone else had shots on him. That's why I was just confused.
God, this is so good.
But yeah, HP pretty even. Burbology
pretty even, yeah. And they're looking. I mean, there's 3 boys on OP.
Yeah, and OP's going to try to live as long as he can in this dip, but there's going to be a ram here.
I mean, it's an IS-7. Holy crap, look at that ram damage. He's going to get taken out really soon here.
Try to get the kill here, hopefully before
he's going to get his clip out at least.
He will reload in time.
Nice.
He gets those double shots. Some low rolls, but he still gets it out. Almost 1,000 damage.
Looks like Kenway's going to get taken down here. Angry Apes actually potentially picking this up. But it looks like Muscles might be able to come up and pick that one-shot CS. Because October is lighting them for... October! He misses! But maybe Muscles hits the shot? I don't know.
Oh, no. That is really bad. They needed that kill. Muscles did not.
Muscles bounce? Was that a bounce? Look at this dude. He was angling. And he gets hit in the gun. He's just taking shots, and it doesn't matter because his Batjet is built different. It's not a French tank. It's a Russian tank, and it gets shot. It's a customizable Batjet. I mean, he's just taking hits.
It's a 4-on-2 with 1 shot-ish. 2 tanks are 1 to 2 shot depending on the rolls.
Correct.
And really 1 is a 2. No Mercy is a 2 shot. Game is a 50-50.
Yeah,
and if it 50-50 rolls low for the Batchets,
well, I mean, really Angry Apes, so October is getting aggressive because he knows that they're going to try to run into a corner and hide.
He needs to not let them run.
Yeah.
He needs to not let them run, but game is already out, and if he tries
No Mercy and Muscles in this, like, weird 1v1 scenario. Muscles doing a little drift.
And actually makes him miss the shot, and he picks it up.
Killbad looking to get a shot. He gets 1 shot.
He lands a shot. And Muscle Snap misses. He will clip
and he's going to force there. October, these weird backshot 1v1s. He's going to get his whole clip out.
All of his shots here.
He got safe. He probably doesn't want to risk it. He needs to back off. He needs to not risk it.
And that's the right decision. That really is. And here's his loadout. 15 APCR. He only has 3 heat shells left.
I think he's holding these too because it makes sense because he knows that if he clipped out, the CS would just kill him. Muscle's looking to maybe support him here. If Muscle supports him, they actually could potentially pick this off. October sadly can't force.
And now
oh my god, look at this play!
Himself. Muscles is going to pick up Maga here, and they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Will it be Maga or will it be game first? It'll be game, and he gets up first
because it's a CS and he is fast.
And there it is, and now it's just a VZ, and now Muscles will clip. And he will not run yet. Oh no, he does see Killbad, so he will.
He does see Killbad.
He saw Killbad.
Killbad
he can just stay up there, manning position. Really well done, showing you the power of the Batchets even in 2021. Oh my goodness.
Correct.
Killbad almost landing that connection would have helped, but he can't kill either of them out. Well, he can kill Muscles outright with 2 shots.
I can't believe that Angry Apes didn't group up more consistently there. They definitely had time because the Bats had clipped at the end of that fight, right? Before the second round of fighting happened. I guess No Mercy had an excuse because he was so out of play. You know what I mean? He was playing that like E0 position.
He panicked a little too because Game showed up with the I7. I think it was Maga down there, and it was just kind of a like.
They have a minute though,
and
he's trying to hide.
Like, you were in trouble. Like,
correct.
They're there to just give him a high five. And
Killbat just like. Just whiffing these.
Knows that he has it now. There's nothing that can go wrong. Even if
there's nothing that can go wrong. Yeah, there's two boys.
And he just has to
imagine if he Emrak both of them. Copium.
And this'll do it. Burbology going down. They will 4-0 this, but they were down in 2 games. Significantly. And they bring it back in.
They bring it back with player skill.
Yes. And clutching.
Clutching. I mean, dude, 6,000 damage? Hello? What is this, a pub game?
And Batchets, I mean, you can see why teams are favoring Batchets. Batchets in these late game scenarios, a lot of those other vehicles cannot do that. A CS cannot do what those two Batchets just did. If there are 2 CSs left, they can't win that. But yeah, look at
that. Sadly, we are left with... Oh, wait. I swear to God it said 6K. That was weird.
Oh, it may have been a bug.
It may have been a bug, yeah. I was like, 6K, there's no shot, right?
Yeah.
But 3,700
still,
still amazing.
3K, Muscles with 3K.
Muscles with 3K.
Kenway died like halfway through that, but you can see he still
Kenway
got his shots out. He still got 2,500 out.
Well, Kenway ended up in, when he picked Kabali, he ended up in like, he was trying to support OP, so he kind of went over that middle and was basically in by the 2 cap. So he kind of got isolated there. That's the person they picked off when they basically picked OP and Kenway got picked shortly after.
And we'll have
2
to go back and look
4-0s.
Ask Kabali what happened. Yeah, 2 4-0s tonight. And yeah, I guess that pretty much does it. That was 2 4-0s. Yeah. Oh, the fantasy. Here's the fantasy stats from it. You can see Muscles was the number 1 pick. I was close, man. I really was. I picked OP and I picked Major Pain.
I picked
Major.
OP and Kenway. It's because Muscle showed up after playing pubs. I mean, he's just ready.
And you know, hey, Maga still put up 200 plus points. So did No Mercy.
Hopefully,
even in a 4-0.
Hopefully, Perma Delusional gets that keyboard fixed. You know that, what was it? His D key. Maybe he's the one that. Maybe I spilled water on my keyboard and like some kind of like paranormal like anomaly happened, and then like his D key also got.
Is this like
scuffed?
One of those things where like your keyboard is in a movie and like it went to sleep and then it woke up and it became his keyboard and now it has to like find a way to switch back?
Unfortunate.
Who's going to be the romantic interest in this story? Is it going to be like a mouse or a keyboard or another keyboard or something like that? Maybe a monitor.
A monitor.
Anyway, before we ramble on too long, thank you guys all for
It's the coaster. It's the coaster for the water.
I guess we'll go ahead and send it to someone else. We'll be here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so we'll see you guys again Monday night, 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific. Correct. We will, or a few minutes before that, we will be going live to see the second week.
Go back to the clean feed here. We have the current standings.
Oh yeah, we can show the standings before we go, so that people can see all the teams right now. You can see.
So even Jack as much as Wally doesn't want to admit it, his team is doing work, just doing work.
It's only the first week for most of these teams. Like it's a good idea to look at the stat, but it's only 2 matches for each team.
Yeah.
They are certainly.
Jack is AFK, FHS, and Burbology just doing work. Tomatito's had a bad start, but ended up picking up that win against Cat Jam, and now we have it to where I'm guessing is this the first Angry Apes game? I guess no. Everybody played on Wednesday, so I'm guessing they lost 2 games. So we have Cat Jam and Angry Apes are tied with 2 losses. We have No Hard Feelings taking a game. Who did they win against? Was it Team Flare? No, right?
They had a tiebreaker. I know
it was a tie. Yeah, because it looks like Team Flare had a tiebreaker win
game with Nova and the blind shot.
Oh, so that's why they have 1 point. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
But about Jack is AFK, I wouldn't pick anyone to be the favorite necessarily yet because it's still so early. But I would say,
like I'm not saying that. I mean,
Jack is AFK. I would not advise that,
dude. It's so hard. It's so hard between those 3 teams. It's really hard.
It is.
It really, I feel like when those teams face off, it's literally going to be like who, you know, because we have those instances where like Muscles did really good today, right? Let's say he gets in the, like, let's say Burbology faces FHS and like Vova is cracked out of his mind and Muscles is having a bad day. You know,
that's where it's going to be decided. It's going to be,
correct.
It's all of these matchups. It's like, okay, yeah, but does, you know, when Burbology plays Team Flare, No Hard Feelings, and FHS, do they dominate them or not? Or does Tomatitos, do they do well? Like,
I feel like,
who's
you know,
going to start taking points off each other, or is everyone taking points off each other?
I feel like they might. I feel like there might be in the top 3 for these top 3. I feel like there might be some tiebreaker wins and losses. Ooh. I really do. Because have you seen, I mean, if you look at the top 3's teams, like when they do some of the attacks, some of them executed them so well, it's like not even close, you know, when they eat somebody's defense. So you never know.